554 solar days after the Mars Curiosity rover touched down, it beams its latest high-resolution panoramic photographs of the Mars landscape to Earth. Upon inspection, amateur archaeologists announce a startling discovery: what appears to be an effigy located at the Dingo Gap, resembling a human statue. The find is just one of the dozens of strange Earth-like objects sighted in the rover images, including a sarcophagus, a Buddha statue, and even a cross.
The rover images are generally fairly close up, and it is possible to spot things like statue heads and stone blocks, sometimes with writing on and carvings in them. It's such a shame they do so much to destroy these images. But basically what they do is they resize them down so that the details are all lost. But because I've worked in photographic restoration, I know how to do it. All I've done with this is actually enhance the contrast and sharpened it a little bit. The details I noticed first were particularly the eye and nose details on the front of the statue on the left here, with a quite clear mouth structure and what looks like an ear just here. And you have a long, narrow, elongated cone head shape to the statue. Now, this may well have been an elaborate headdress on this statue here, which seems to be broken off. But it's hard to say for sure. I mean, this is a damaged statue, buried up to its chin, and there's probably a lot more of it buried just below in the sand. But you can actually see quite clearly that it's the sort of thing you would expect to find somewhere like in Central or South America.
Might there actually be ruins of a lost civilization scattered across the Martian landscape? Ruins that mirror those that exist on our own planet. Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and propose that this is one of many artifacts on Mars that seem to have counterparts on our Earth.
Certain structures on Mars may be completely related to structures here on Earth. On Mars, we have structures that look like pyramids. There are standing stones and Stonehenge type of structures on Mars. There's also a structure on Mars that looks like a sphinx.
Around Cydonia, there are many, many objects, including an area called the City, where the so-called face on Mars is located. There's a massive pentagonal pyramid. There's a cluster of other pyramidal objects that are nearby. And one of the things that's really interesting about the City is that some people have pointed out that if you take the apex of all of the pyramidal structures there, and there are a number of them, that they basically match the layout of the Pleiades. Now, this is something that we've seen here on Earth. We've seen various ancient architectural monuments that are also laid out to reflect the constellation of the Pleiades.
Is it possible that the structures on Mars are real and of artificial origin? That is something where all of science says, no, impossible. Well, is it really? Water on Mars, impossible, right? No, it has been proven. So we have to ask ourselves, what civilization built this and what happened to them? And some have suggested that they actually escaped Mars and came to Earth to ensure their survival.
When we look to these extraordinary structures on Earth, similar to what we're now seeing on Mars, it makes you wonder, did our ancient extraterrestrial ancestors teach humans how to build these monuments, and knowing that one day we would rediscover our roots on Mars and be able to match up what we've done on Earth with what we had already done on Mars?
Might the various structures and artifacts found on the surface of Mars really be evidence of a past Martian civilization? A civilization that was recreated on Earth? If so, why would NASA try to hide this connection? And might there be more that the public isn't being told?